First up, we're going to talk you through how to prepare your complexion, starting with your Day Stay foundation. Then we're going to talk about the placement of your contour, and then I'm going to set it in place with your Stay Set powder. So we're going to start with Day Stay foundation. Now I like to mix two different colours. Today I'm going to mix C3 and C5. So I'm just going to place them on the back of my hand. Now, using my foundation brush from my 7-piece brush set, I'm just going to grab some of the product and simply buff it into the skin. So you don't need to mix it on the back of your hand, you're actually going to mix it as it goes onto the skin. Now, using the foundation brush, you don't want to use it sideways, you're using it perpendicular to the face. This is really going to help it buff into the skin nicely and give you that flawless finish. I like to start at the top of the face and then go around making sure there we go, nice and around the eyes, giving myself all the coverage that I need. And as I said, just buffing it into the skin. And that's it, done, easy peasy. So next up, we're going to go for my Day Stay concealer. Now I'm going to use this in two different shades. I'm using C2 and C6. I'm going to use C2 to brighten any particular areas. I'm going to use C6 to contour and define. So I'm going to show you the placement for that and where you want to do it. So we're going to start with C2 for the brightening. So really easy, just simply unscrew the top. Now I'm going to place this just here under the eyes. And you don't need too much of this, it blends out really, really simple. Just underneath the eyes here on the height of the cheekbones, through the centre of the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, a little bit on the cupid's bow, and then across the chin. So placement wise, this is going to add that brightening, add the lift where you want it. Now using your blender, all you simply want to do, we're not swiping or anything like that, we just want to push the product into place, dabbing it into the skin and helping it to really blend with your Day Stay foundation underneath. And you can see just with those light pressing motions how simply it just melts into the previous formula. So again, just pushing it in where you placed it on the skin and making sure it's all blended. It is built to blend, so it will do it really easy. Now if it is that you've placed it in areas and you want to extend that, then just simply push the blender where you want it to go. So extending that around the jawline just to add that bit of definition. Now if it is that you struggle with dark circles, this bit's going to really, really help. Now using the fine point of the blender, make sure you're getting right underneath the eye, and again just pushing it into place. We don't want to be swiping, we just want to be pushing the product in and helping it to blend really easy. Blending it up on the height of your cheekbones just to really add that lift. Matching it up on the other side. And that's it, good to go with your C2. Next up, I'm going to talk you through where we're going to contour and where we're going to add that definition with the C6. So next up, we're going to go for my C6 concealer. Now I'm going to use this to define certain parts of my face and to add that little bit of contouring. So let's show you where you want to place that. So just a tiny little bit underneath your cheekbone, either side. Now don't draw this too far down. You want to make sure that it doesn't go any further than sort of the heights of your cheeks here. So just making sure that you are focusing on this area of the face. Then a little bit through the temples, tiny bit through the top of the forehead, just where the sun would naturally hit, a little bit on your end of your nose, and a tiny bit underneath your lower lip. If you want to, you can add some underneath your jawline, completely up to you. Now, using your blender sponge again, exactly the same kind of motions, just push that product into place and help it to blend into the previous layers that we've got. You'll see once again, it's really, really easy for it to blend in. It doesn't take a lot of time. and just adds that definition and that little bit of warmth where you want it. Best thing to do is make sure that you move your head a little bit so you can see in the light that you've definitely blended everything where you need to. Got no harsh lines, but one of these sponges makes it difficult to do any harsh lines anyway. This is pretty much foolproof. And that's it. All of your contouring, all of your defining, done. Next step, let's talk about setting it all in place with your powder. So now that we've used all of our liquid and cream products and put everything all in place in terms of defining, it's time to set it in place. Best way to do that is with either my loose powder or with my pressed version, both available for you with all the same outcomes. Now I'm going to use the loose one today, so just using a mixture of all the 4 colours and just simply sweep it across the face. And you can see instantaneously how it takes that shine off but still gives you that feeling of real skin. We've not got a cakey feeling to it, it's not going to crease under the eyes, but it just sets everything in place so nothing's going to move as you're using it, and then it sets everything up ready for the rest of your powder products and anything else that you're going to put onto your face in the next steps. Drawing it down onto the neck as well so everything all matches in place. Quick sweep around the face, and that's it. Complexion all done.